Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make the ultimate modern house in Minecraft. If you enjoy this tutorial, please do remember to hit that like button as it really helps me and the channel out very much. And if you would like to see the inside with some interior tips, then make it all the way to the end of the video where I'll be showing off absolutely everything on the inside of the house. And a sneaky little tip, there might be something that you might not expect in there. I'm just saying. Anyway, without any further ado, these are all of the materials that you will need to make the build, so please make sure that you have all of them and enough of them as well. The house requires a 13 block by a 19 block area to make, so also make sure that you have enough room. I would even perhaps suggest making the grid in your world if you are tight on space. Pause the video if you have to, make sure that you have enough stuff, make sure you've got enough room, make sure you're ready to build the ultimate house that has ever ultimated. And once you've got all those things sorted out, we can begin. So step one, my friends, involves us coming all the way to the very front right hand corner of the grid. This is where we are going to start building, so even if you've not made the grid, it's no big deal. Place a quartz slab on top of that corner block, and then 5 more behind it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Place a block of quartz behind the slab, and then place 6 block of quartz on top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Place a quartz slab on top of that, and then extend it to the left by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Place a block of quartz underneath that 5th block, and I then want you to extend that block of quartz forwards. I also want you to connect said block of quartz down to the ground, like this. Also extend the block of quartz behind that row down to the ground as well. Place quartz slab on top of that block of quartz at the top, and then extend it to the left by 3. 1, 2, 3. And then join that quartz slab down to the ground using block of quartz. This is where the entrance is going to be, so it's quite an important area. Well, with the entrance is actually set 2 rows behind here. So the entrance, for instance, is not between these 2 rows, not between these 2, but the entrance is going to be right here. So I'm going to delete these blocks, place birchwood planks in here instead, and I'm going to place dark oak doors. And once you have placed those doors, we also want to place glass block above the doors, just a single layer like this. And what's important is we're going to place quartz slab in front of the top half of those blocks, and then either glass block or glass pane above the 2 quartz slabs like this, coming up to the top of the build. The choice is yours when it comes to the type of glass. Additionally, once you have done that, we are going to take the very bottom left side of the entrance, which is of course this block here, and we're going to place a block of quartz left of this, extend it in front by 2, 1, 2, destroy in the ground 1, 2, coming towards you, and then place a quartz slab, extend it left by 1, 2, and 3, and then backwards 1, 2. Then place 4 block of quartz coming backwards, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's very important. I'd take a sideways view of the build once you have reached this point, and extend that 4th block up 1, and then left, and then up, and left, up, left, and then up, like that. So that's the shape that you want. And more importantly, we want to also have this shape on this side as well. So where we have these 3 block of quartz, we want to create the same shape on this side here that we have just created right there, like this. And we want to have a set of birchwood stairs in between here. The birchwood stairs are going to just sit one row below all of the block of quartz. So place birchwood stairs coming all the way up to nearly the top like this. So it will come all the way up and then you'll run out of places to actually place the birchwood. And then we're going to place underneath, basically in line with where the birchwood stairs are, we're going to extend the quartz block backwards by an additional 3 rows, like 1, 2, and 3 like this. And then we're going to extend it across. We're going to extend it across by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. And that's perfect. You can fill the middle of this in using birchwood planks, because this is going to be an area in which we will walk around. You can even extend on top of the last block of quartz block, you can extend it upwards by 3. 1, 2, 3, if you so choose. You can place a quartz slab on top and connect it to the front, like so. And then what we're going to do is we are going to take the underneath part of the staircase and we are going to extend it and connect it all the way down to the ground using a block of quartz, like this. So on this side here, and even just on the back side as well. You might even want to go as far as to connect it towards the front of the build, here. And what you will find is you'll actually create a little hidden room which will be relevant later. So if you just fill up the block of quartz to about there, that's quite good, because what you can also do is where we have these 2 entrance blocks here, if you place a double door and glass above, and then fill right of this in using block of quartz, just like that, you will have created an entrance onto the 2nd floor. And there is no other entrance to the 2nd floor, by the way. I'm going to place blue stained glass pane around the top of this, and we've made a really cool part of the house now that we've done that. Next, we're going to take the back of the staircase at the bottom here, and we're going to extend it backwards by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then across by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to go up by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Place a quartz slab on top and connect it forwards. Like this. That's just a bit of the frame of the house. I also want to take that quartz slab at the top of this and extend it left. First of all, by 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then extend that down to the ground using a block of quartz. You will eventually reach the ground. Like that. You can even connect the top forwards as well. So you will have eventually made a nice frame for the house. Well done! Next, we're going to come towards the front of the build, because this is where we're going to start adding details around the house, ladies and gentlemen. And a lot of the house kind of follows on from each other, which will make sense as we start building. So, first of all, we want to place a few rows of quartz slab. The first row on the front of the build, you want to connect this quartz block here. You want to place a row of quartz slab coming across the front of the build like this, with enough room for a row of something underneath. That row of something is grey concrete that will sit inside of the house, like this. Now we're going to extend the left side of that grey concrete upwards by 2, 1, 2, and the right side also upwards by 1, 2. We're going to place glass inside like this. And then we're going to place 2 rows of birchwood planks. So that's going to be 1 and 2. And then place grey concrete on the left side coming up. 1, 2. And grey concrete 1, 2 on the right. Place any kind of glass between them. And there you will have most of what this house is about. We also have to add 2 more rows of quartz slab. And these are easy. You place them at the bottom of the birchwood planks and at the top of the birchwood planks like this. The house follows a very similar pattern going most of the way around. So what does that mean? I'll tell you what that means. So we come now to the right side of the house, okay? Well, on the right side of the house, we want to extend the birch wood planks backwards. We want to extend them backwards until they connect diagonally to the quartz pillar that we have at the back of the house. Not literally pillar quartz block, but the pillar of quartz that we have created. We want to divide the area in half. So this should be fairly easy to do. It's the middle block, and you connect the quartz slab at the top of the middle down to the ground using block of quartz. Now, should you not be able to locate the middle block, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's the 7th block in. Now we have some very defined areas. We're going to place a row of grey concrete coming across the bottom of the build all the way to the right. We're also going to place grey concrete inside each one of the 4 spaces. On the right side, like this, on these inside parts. And on the left parts, on the inside, we want to extend the grey concrete upwards like this, which will give us that. We are going to then place glass, either glass block or glass pane. The choice is really yours, and we're going to fill in the empty spaces. I like glass block quite a bit. Now, glass pane can be useful for creating depth and stuff, but it's really up to you in the end. This is what we have. Now, here's the cool thing. The quartz slab that we placed on the front of the house also wants to follow around onto the side of the house. So, should you have any sort of confusion, refer back to the front of the house and follow the quartz slab that was placed on the front, like this, and simply extend it around, and you will find that that comes in handy quite a bit. And the end result is actually really quite nice. Now, coming to the back of the house, I have opted to do things ever so slightly differently. Not massively differently, but ever so slightly differently. So first, we are going to extend the birchwood planks across the build and connect them diagonally to the pillar in the corner here. We are going to divide the house in an interesting way. So first, I'll tell you what, we're going to use the quartz slab, and we are going to place quartz slab in front of the bottom half of the block of quartz, in front of the bottom half of the birchwood planks, and in front of the top half of the birchwood planks. Nowhere else this time. Also, we're going to place grey concrete up and down from the birchwood that we have on the right side like this. We're also going to place a layer of grey concrete at the bottom of the build, like that. We're also going to place birchwood planks in between the grey concrete at the bottom, like this, and in between the grey concrete at the top, like that. We're going to place a row of block of quartz coming down from the middle bottom quartz slab and joining the middle and top part together like that. It just looks a little bit fancier this way. I don't know. I kind of wanted to make it a little bit different from that side, but you could quite easily just have the same thing if you so wanted. I like a bit of variance though. And now finally, on this small little side here, I mean, it is a little more of the same. We're going to start off by extending the birchwood planks across to connect diagonally where we need to. We're then going to place a row of grey concrete on the right side here, and just down below here. This time I'm going to make an entranceway using blue glass block. It's basically going to form the shape of a door like this using blue glass block at the bottom, and we're going to just have like a door here, but obviously that'll get destroyed once we do the interior. Additionally, I'm going to have birchwood planks filling in the top like this, and then quartz slabs coming across the bottom of the birch and the top of the birch like that. Kind of follows on from the back. And whilst we are actually back here, a cool little part of the back part is the fact that we're going to have a little bit of a garden. So I'm just going to have a U-shaped, a horseshoe-shaped patch of hoed dirt, or hoed grass as it might be, and I'm just going to plant some seeds. I'm going to take out the middle part and I'm going to replace it with like birch, or you could use grey, or you could use a block of quartz, or whatever sort of material that you think would be suitable for a little garden. And that is going to be that. If you want to make it a bit safer, you could even place some glass around the top of it, although I'm not going to. What else do we have to do? Well, what's important is we seal up the top of the building as well, because funnily enough, we haven't done that yet. Silly us. So I'm going to use quartz slab just to fill in the top of the build. You might feel the need to add some glass. I probably wouldn't bother. I mean, the house is quite nice and bright anyway, because there's loads of windows everywhere. You could absolutely add it if you wanted to, but I feel as though it just looks a little bit better and you've got much more room just placing a block of quartz on the top, or quartz slab as it is. There we go. So, we have hedge to add in a few different places. So, I'm going to add hedge around the base of the house, starting from the right side. I'm just going to add hedge underneath the windows, and also on the back as well, like this. And I'm probably also going to swing around the front too, and I'm probably also going to plant a little bit of hedge underneath this window. But the difference on the front is, on the sides, I've planted it underneath the windows. On the front, it's still underneath, but it's kind of outwards. It creates a little bit of depth, like that, right? I also need to use the quartz slab, and I want to extend this quartz slab block here on the front, where everything started. I want to extend this across to the left by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to line it up with the entrance. I'm going to destroy a path to the entrance in the ground, and I'm going to place birchwood slabs inside of said path, like that. I even want to extend that path to the left, and I want to connect it in a way to the pathway that takes us up to the second story, because that's quite important, like that. I'm even going to add, I actually can't right now, but I want to add a poppy here, and I'll just grab the grass because why not? Here we are. I want to add a poppy here, just going left of this path. And I'm even going to dig in the ground here, because this creates a level of depth whether you realise it or not. I'm going to dig like a little 2x3 square right in the middle of this grass area, and I'm going to place plants in there. Water also works well too. Now, we have effectively done the house, but one little quick tip before we go. You see how when you use like grass and stuff, and when you use slabs to create depth, you're going to want to also destroy underneath the blocks that you have used as a foundation like this, and you're going to want to destroy them and place stuff underneath them. Otherwise, it looks a little bit weird. Like underneath these quartz slabs, for instance, destroy the red concrete or whatever might be there and replace them using quartz block. You've got to be careful. It's easy to miss, but it does make quite a difference. Like now, that looks way better. The house looks way cleaner that way. And the house looks really good in general now. Like, there is absolutely no part that we've missed. It's a nice, clean, surprisingly spacious interior. And it also kind of functions as a survival house as well. Like, it's quite big enough for a survival base. If you like modern survival bases, which I absolutely do. I don't know about you guys. But I want to show you the inside of this house. So I'm going to take you to the original version. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. And then we can check it out. Let's go! Meanwhile, back at the original version of the house, we have an interior to check out. So, when it comes to the inside of the house, we have two options as we roll up to the entrance, okay? So, we can either go left, which takes us straight upstairs, or we can go straight ahead and start off downstairs. Now downstairs you can see it's actually surprisingly spacious. Like, I could have utilized this space a lot more, but we have a rather large furnace smelting area. Furnace smelting. You know, smelt furnaces. You use furnaces to smelt. And we have a little brewing area, we have an upgrading area, we have a couple of chests strewn about the place, we even have a crafting table, we have an enchanting area as well, plenty more storage. This of course leaves us out onto the back garden where we have a little bit of a farm, and on the downstairs, down low, it's on the down low, we have a hidden room. Now the hidden room is not very well hidden because it's kind of obvious. Spot the hidden room, ladies and gentlemen. I wonder where it is. Well, if you crack open these two switches right here, it will reveal the hidden room where we have an ender chest, which would have diamonds in it if I had any. And once you are done with your hidden room, we just flick these back together. Nice little idea, I thought. Now, once you are done with downstairs, and don't forget to shut the doors, that's very important. I'm not trying to heat this whole street. I'm going to come up the side of the house, and I'm going to climb up these stairs right here. And upstairs, apparently we're already heating the whole street. Somebody left the doors open. Was it you? Probably not. Anyway, when it comes to upstairs, it's nice and cozy up here. There's so much storage, it's absolutely unbelievable. It feels really, really nice and cozy. It's my favorite part of the house. We have enough room for a bed, we have an armor stand, and we just have storage upon storage upon storage. Like, it feels good up here. I don't know what to tell you. Like, it's just, I really like this room in particular. There's just something about it that I really enjoy. And that's the house, ladies and gentlemen. That's absolutely all of the house done and furnished. I hope that might have given you some ideas for how you can lay your own house out. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all of you very, very much. If you have enjoyed this tutorial, please hit that like button as it helps me and the channel out very, very much. It really does. It's so helpful. Subscribe if you want to keep up to date with the channel. Click the little bell next to the subscription button. That'll ensure that you get all my stuff sent directly to your sub box. And if you want to make any more modern houses, check out the card system and the description below. Mainly the description. That's going to be the easiest place to find them. And I might even pin a comment as well that has a link to a playlist that you guys would love. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, everybody. I appreciate all of you very, very much. I know you guys like modern houses, and I do too. They're one of my favorite things to design. And I'm definitely going to be making more of these. So keep up to date. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good day. I'll see you in, again, the next one. Goodbye. And he stuck the landing.